The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away as the Ravens push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
He got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Come on, let's go.
Raiders football now, and the next time that we see the Raiders most likely be the Las Vegas Raiders. They had hopes of a fairy tale finish in the Bay Area, but that didn't materialize. Came into week 17 at 7-8, an outside chance in playoff spot if everything broke right for them, but it didn't. They wound up losing at Denver to finish 7-9.
And even at 7-9, I thought they were ahead of pace a little bit. And remember, a few weeks earlier, that Kansas City game, the second one that they played against them, that almost meant everything. That's how well the Raiders had gotten into position. And even though it didn't turn out the way they wanted, I thought that Derek Carr played better at quarterback. I thought their defense showed great signs of improvement along the way during the season. And they found a runner in the rookie, Josh Jacobs.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. There goes Mark Ingram, the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, an 80-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
Take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
I got you. I got you.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. On third and long, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
Here's Carr. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Jackson on first down. Steps away. He's going to take off with it. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle. And that's going to tack on 15 more. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Jackson flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. They are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle.